Have you ever taken somebody who's cognitively declining out, like to dinner or to the grocery store, shopping, or to church? If you've ever done it on a regular basis, it can feel a little overwhelming. And the question may be, what are you going to do this holiday season? I know that we are a family that deals and lives in cognitive decline. I'm Katrina. My father is cognitively declining and he is middle to advancing in his decline. My mother and I care for him and we share the load, so to speak. And we also have my beautiful 13-and-a-half-year-old daughter who lives with us. We are a multi-generational family that is doing our best to live and thrive with cognitive decline. If you've been following us, you have heard about my being in a season of unknowing and not knowing whether I have breast cancer or not, and preparing for and now having had my breast biopsy, still waiting in that season. But in the midst of it, I decided to redo our kitchen island and complete chaos in our house. And with that chaos that I created a place of dis-ease for my father and not knowing what to do because his daily routine was interrupted. There's another video on that. In the midst of that, we ate out a lot because the kitchen was destroyed. And so one night after my daughter's ballet class, it became really obvious that the option that we had that was best for us was to go out to eat. The majority of the time we get takeaway because it's easier, it takes a lot less effort, and normally it just enables us to have a smooth evening. I don't think we consciously do it. I think we just have gotten in that habit because it is easier. But this one night we went to try a new Mexican restaurant. We picked my daughter up from ballet class and we went off to this new Mexican restaurant. And one of the challenges, besides the fact that we are going out to eat, is that we are going to a place we've never been, which creates its own chaos. So normally either mom or normally mom, because he receives it better from my mother than from myself. Normally one of us just kind of help go over the menu. He can still read. He can still comprehend for the most part what he's reading. He just has a problem putting it into action, what he wants in that moment, and then ordering it. So we tend to help him with that process. That night, my beautiful mom received a phone call that she's been waiting for from somebody who's really hard to get on the phone. So she gets up, she's like, "I'll be just a minute." I was like, "Uh-huh." And she disappears literally for 45 minutes. I order her food comes, her food is cold by the time she gets back to the table. And that's perfect because that's what her spirit needed to do. And it was something that it was about filling her cup in that moment. It was somebody who's important to her and having a connection. Totally support it. But what that meant was in this restaurant, I'm now sitting at this table that with my dad across the table from him and my daughter. And I'm sitting there in a place that we don't know, trying to help him navigate what he wants and how to order it. There's a lot of stimulus in the restaurant. There's a lot of loud music. There is busy. It was because it was good food. It was busy. And there was a lot of like chaos and loudness that came with it. In the midst of that, my dad started to rear up because he did not want me helping him, but I was his choice. Like I was the last option. So he had to. At one point, it got so uncomfortable, his interaction with me, that the waitress looked at me very confused and not knowing what to do. She goes, "Should I come back?" I was like, "No, just give us a minute. We're almost there." Because we'd already taken way too long and we were all hungry. It had been a very busy day in our house and it was late, much later than we would normally eat. Because you also have to remember that my dad is losing his hearing. So the noise, besides the chaos and the stimulus, the noise was also creating a problem in our communication as well. So I tried to focus, speak clearly, speak loudly, and directly at him so that he knew what I was saying. And we were able to get to a place of ordering. In the end, is it what he wanted? Yeah, no, it wasn't what he wanted because he couldn't navigate the situation in an effective way that made him get what he wanted. And he couldn't engage with me in a way that would help us get him there. But he did like the food, so that was exciting. And he said it's not what he wanted, and he told me how he wants it differently next time. And I will do my best to remember how he wants it next time. However, the challenge there is what he wanted that night may be different than what he wants the next time we are there. So I share all of this to say, as we approach the holiday season, we approach going out. Whether it's to restaurants, whether it's to family functions, whether it's to socialize with the people that we love. It can be really challenging, not only on us, the caregiver, when we take our person with us to wherever it is that we are going, but it is also hard on the person. The reality is, no matter how I felt in the moment helping my dad in the Mexican restaurant, whether it was overwhelmed, angry, hurt, kind of a combination of all the above. The reality is that my father was having a much harder experience than I was having. So keep that in mind. These are those moments that we need to offer grace, love, and mercy to the people that we are caring for. And it's really important that we are mindful in the way that we approach outings. Number one, things to keep in mind, tools in your toolbox, would be, what time of day is it? Is this the time of day that this person is the most alert? Is this the time of day when this person is sundowning? Is this the time of day when this person is normally sleeping? I mean, the reality of my dad is, God bless him, he takes a lot of naps every day. And the rhythms we get on are not the rhythms we stay on. So it can be hard to plan accordingly. When it comes to family functions, last Christmas, we specifically, as a family, I was able to talk to my aunts on our scheduling, and we were able to do it around my dad's schedule, normally his normal best time of the day. And by doing that, we were able to set ourselves up and have as good of a Christmas dinner as you can have. I believe it was really successful. I had fun. My dad, after about an hour and a half, was done and he was ready to leave. And the glorious thing is, my uncle took my mom and dad home so my daughter and I could stay. And that's one of the most glorious things. Having a community that sees what's happening and that you are able to communicate with, and then they're able to step in, go help out, and then you're able to stay. And he just came right back. We only live about 5 to 10 minutes away from their house. And so he took 20 minutes out of his evening and took them home and allowed me to have fun with my aunts and my other uncle and my daughter. And it was beautiful. So I encourage you to be mindful in the way you approach your outings. I encourage you to try to set up your scheduling so that the person is at their normal best time of day. And from there, hopefully, you can have a lovely day. Because it's not just about nourishing them and getting them out of the house, because the reality is their world is becoming smaller. With every decline, their world becomes smaller and smaller. And one of the best gifts that we can give as caregivers is to meet their simple pleasures and to take them out and let them have moments that are outside of the four walls that they live in the majority of the time. To let them see people that they love. And as they go farther down the decline road and they really start to leave you more, they will want to have less time with those people, but yet it's still important that we give them that opportunity. Another quick story. My aunt and uncle came over to give my dad his birthday present. We had a lovely talk, again, for about an hour and a half. My dad's timing is about an hour and a half, and then he kind of turns into a pumpkin. And after an hour and a half, mindful, they came to our house. After an hour and a half, my dad's like, stop talking to them, Katrina, let them leave. They want to go home. And the reality was not that they wanted to go home. The reality was that he was done and he wanted his space back. And the glorious thing, again, is that my family can hear that and not take it personally and help facilitate what he needs. They were just trying to love on him. They were trying to honor his 75th birthday, and they really were able to meet him where he was at. So I tell all these stories as an encouragement that, number one, That when you feel that anxiety rise when you go out, you're not crazy. You just need to look at it differently. You need to see it as an opportunity to set both yourself and the person you're caregiving for up for success. So that's number one. And number two, have fun. Remember that life is about living. And no matter what stage this person that you are caring for is in, it is so important that we continue to stimulate the people we are caring for with activities, with people, with going out of the house, and not just to doctor's appointments. And yeah, it can be hard. And yeah, sometimes you might even forget that it's hard. And in those moments, roll with it and smile and laugh. And if you're looking at a waitress who doesn't know what to do, just clearly communicate what you need to do. But I thank you for coming, for embarking on these stories. My prayer today is that I hope that you are filled, that you go out into the world, and that you overflow. Because if we are able to do that, we can truly change the world. Have a glorious day.